TOBBcast listeners, welcome to our new episode. Today, me and Elif are going to talk about 2023. So, Elif, first of all, I'd like to ask you, how was your day and what do you think about 2023?
My year was good and I generally think it was okay, but at some point, because of natural disasters, it was kind of also bad.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I want to start with the bad news. In February, in Turkey, more than 46,000 people have been killed in the earthquake that struck our country. And according to the estimations, 264,000 apartments in Turkey destroyed, and we hope our country won't live ever again such a disaster. I know we are an earthquake country. Probably in the future we are going to have similar earthquakes at the same level.
Of course, we had some bad news this year. Israel broke out war on Palestine, which was a bad news for us. I wish there were no war, and I'm expecting a year without wars in 2024. So we have lots of things to talk about in this episode.
Yes.
And I like to start with, I don't know if you know it, but there's a new entertainment center in Las Vegas, which opened this year. It's the Sphere. Do you know it?
I actually never heard of it.
I know.
Okay. It's a really unique place. Mm-hmm. And it has announced in 2018 by Madison Square Garden. Mm-hmm. And the venue launched on 29th of September with U2, the Irish band. And right now, people are going to Sphere and having this unique experience.
It sounds like a huge place.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an incredible structure, as if it came from outer space. It doesn't belong to this world.
Yes, it's really unique because it's Sphere, it's contraction.
What would you like to watch in that Sphere if you had that Sphere in you?
Oh, I like to watch the Fast and Furious movie. I love that series.
I would like to play Counter-Strike in it.
And one of the other lines, this year was Queen Elizabeth's death's first year anniversary.
Yes.
And there was a coronation of King Charles, which held on 6th May. What do you think about Charles being king?
Well, I don't know. I think, obviously, the time's gonna show this to us, but I don't think we're able to be great as his mom because, his mom was, there way too long.
Yes. And she had a great job.
Yes.
Isn't she the Iron Lady?
What?
Iron Lady. Queen
Yes.
Elizabeth? Yeah. Actually, wasn't she, as she was dead.
Yeah. So I saw this new on my phone. It said there have been raised in prices of New York subway. It's like 15 cents price raising, but it's still a raising and people are talking about it very much because since 2015 there was a steady price and people was happy with that. But this year, there was an increase in this price. And I'm thinking, it's just only 15 cents, but we're here in Gaziantep. Our price is just getting more and more, maybe
higher
each week. I wish we had a steady price for 9 years, as they did.
At least for the public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's really important thing,
It's kind of pathetic for us.
unfortunately.
Also, we lost a lot of important names this
Yes.
year, like Matthew Perry.
Yes.
What do you think about him?
Oh my god, I loved him. And I wish he wouldn't having that kind of life. I mean, I wish he wouldn't be handling drugs or alcohol. But he still was saying that he was happy and he had a happy life in his last interviews. But I'm really sorry for losing him because, I love Friends. And my favorite character is Chandler.
Oh.
Yeah, and I remember it was the Republic Day of Turkey, and I was so excited, and I woke up and I was singing some anthems, but then I get
It must be really, really sad for you.
Yes, I get into Instagram and I saw my friends post it. It has Matthew Perry on the post, and it was like, okay, it's really normal thing for me. But then I saw the friends' accounts post. It was like, we were so sorry. It was kind of that thing, and I was like, oh my god, is it even real? I couldn't believe it for a minute, and then I got really emotional.
I'm so sorry for you. Well, to be honest, I didn't watch Friends, and I don't really know him, but I was really sorry for that, because he was a really, really successful actor, to be honest.
You know, I had a cousin. I always knew her as a cold-blooded person, and on that day, I saw her that she was crying. She was crying out. What happened? I said, because she never cried during the funeral of our close relatives, and she told me that Matthew Perry died.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how much people loved him, a lot.
Because we bound so much with these friends, and he was so smart with his acting.
It is so interesting that people got connected with the characters in the sitcoms. Like, I'm really into Michael Scott, and when he left the sitcom at the 7th season, I thought it was real and really cried when they were talking with Jim, and probably you felt the same thing.
I don't even want to talk about it, you know. It's like a trauma for me.
Yeah, probably.
Because I had the same thing when I was watching Suits, which one of my favorite sitcoms, and it was the same thing, you know. His name was Michael, the character, and he left it on 7th season, the show, so it's like a trauma. So, we lost Matthew Perry, and unfortunately we lost so important names like Tina Turner, Angela Bauer, and Özkan Uğur. Those names were really important for us, and they still are, because they left us really great things, you know. We can still watch Matthew Perry, which I'm still watching Friends every single day, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I'm listening Tina Turner's and Özkan Uğur's songs, you know. But sometimes it's so early to lose them.
Yeah, you think that they can still contribute or produce a lot of valuable works.
Yes.
To be listened, to be read, or to be watched.
So, I want to talk about a little bit more technology, because technology was developed in this year so much.
Yes, I agree.
I'm not sure if you saw Facebook glasses, but you must see it.
All right.
You know, it's I don't know. I'm not sure if it came out in this year, but it would. People start to using it so much, and I was seeing it everywhere. Like, it's a glasses, but it's also a camera on it. There's also a camera on it.
Yeah, I know it. Yes.
And the quality of the camera is insane. You know, I saw the videos. It's insane.
Is it real?
Yes, it's real.
Well, do they have earphones?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Or maybe I'm not sure. It could be another glasses too. But I guess there was a feature behind the glasses that the place you put on your ear. There was the kind of earphone.
Yes.
I'm not sure, but beside that, these glasses are amazing, and I want it. I want one of them.
Take my money, you say.
Yeah. And, you know, as we said, Facebook, I constantly start thinking Mark Zuckerberg and his insanely developments on his companies. And one of them is Instagram. He owns Instagram. And Instagram released a new feature called Threads. You must see it.
Yeah, I
I've
know
seen
it. I know
yeah.
it.
You know, it's very similar with X. I mean, X.
I can't still believe that, you know, that we are calling that beautiful bluebird Twitter's X.
Yeah, it's another, like, it's another subject to talk about. You know, it's similar to X, but it's so connected to Instagram. You can't delete your account on Threads if you don't delete your Instagram account with that.
Well, I think that is really bad. Like, I don't really understand why they do it. Like,
Yeah. Did you use Threads or are you still using it?
I wondered it and I downloaded it. But
You're
I'm
not
really
using it.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm not really using it. I really wish I didn't download it.
Yeah, I did too, and it was like cool for a couple of days, but then it's not X, it's different, and and I just it's so connected with the Instagram. You can't be that free on the Threads, but they made a great advertisement.
Yes, and like if you have X, you don't really need Threads, to be honest. So
Yeah. I mean, but it was really successful to me because Mark Zuckerberg said Threads reached 100 million signs up over almost 1 week. So,
yeah, well, I
Actually-
think that was because everybody wondered what Threads was,
yeah.
and then nobody kept using it. I don't really know anybody around me who keeps using Threads.
I haven't even downloaded it, because
Yeah.
Twitter X is enough for me for any kind of information.
Yes. Actually, it's so different, but I think X is better than Threads.
Obviously.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So let's come to X, Twitter, and what do you think about it? Like X and Twitter, what do you think about it? What do you think about Elon Musk's behavior?
I'm so mad at him at this point, actually. I don't know if he's gonna hear me, but I'm really mad at him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if he's genius or crazy, but I got used to calling Twitter X or, seeing X on my phone instead of Bluebird. It's cool for me, but I think Alper teacher doesn't think like that.
Twitter and it's not sending a tweet. I tweeted because there's a new word for it, and you put it into dictionaries.
Yes.
While you have this new quaint word in your hand, it is ridiculous to delete it. There's even a word retweet, and now we use resend. So I don't think it was a good idea to change all the Twitter jargons.
Algorithm.
Yes, algorithm, anything. He just destroyed it. Yeah, we are still using as we used to. But still, when I saw that black X there, I'm always gonna miss that bluebird.
But actually, after he bought the Twitter, he had to do something. He had to change something.
Yeah,
It's
but
Elon Musk we're
he
talking
changed
about.
the least important thing actually.
Obviously, like he could have just update some other things, but like changing the name, like who does that?
Yeah, Elon Musk does. I really love him actually.
Yeah, sending all those rockets making a lot of investments into space technology. He's a genius,
Yes.
but I do not approve. It was our theater actually. It was all the community, all the peoples, and he destroyed it. Anyway, next
Okay.
topic, please.
We talked about Elon Musk so much, but there's another thing that I want to talk about. It's Tesla Cybertruck. Have you seen it?
Yep.
It's I remember that I watched the launching. It must be in 2018, and they throw a bullet on the bulletproof glass, and it was broken. I believe it was made by consciously, because to make a good advertisement with that.
Speculate.
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone was expecting to doing same thing this year too, and they did, but it was a really boring moment. I don't know if you've seen that moment, but it was really boring. But beside that, Cybertrucks is so new and beyond the technology, and actually they defined it as you're gonna understand, you're gonna be aware of that you're living in the technology. So, Elif Naz, would you buy a Tesla Cybertruck?
I don't know, but if I had that much money, to be honest, I don't think I would spend it on a Tesla Cybertruck.
Well, would you buy a Ferrari instead of that?
Yes.
Actually, I'm not sure if you saw it, but Cybertruck is passing the Porsche in a speed meaning while carrying a Porsche in the back of the Cybertruck.
That powerful.
Yes, it's that powerful.
And-
Well, speed is not that important to me, to be honest.
What about the power consumption? I mean, it is using normal fuel or electric based?
It's electrical.
Electrical, and it's that
Yes,
fast
yes.
and powerful. Wow.
It's amazing thing, but in the launch in 2018, they said that you have to sign your name firstly, and they start to getting names. But this year they're gonna only make 10 or 500. I'm not sure, but it's really lesser than the amount of the names that the people signed. And people are angry about it to Tesla because, they signed their names, but they're going to get it like in 3 years, which they already waited for 5 years.
I think they're right to be angry. But it isn't probably not that easy to make it, so
Yes, it's amazing thing because I loved it, but there's 3 options, 3 different prices, 3 different features comes with the car. So this year in summer, we had the hottest summer ever.
I
No.
Were
would
you in
say-
Gaziantep?
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay,
was.
Yeah, you have to change places. Go to north. Maybe it will be a better investment idea to buy some property or a piece of land
Yeah,
from the north areas of Turkey.
maybe. But it was really hot, especially in Gaziantep because we don't have that much rain, some rains.
While we were struggling here with the hot, the southern sphere of the world were struggling with the floods and heavy rains. So it is out of global warming. The climates are changing really fast. So although most people are saying that the climate change isn't real, it is a speculation of the global
no.
power games. Observing these temperatures, extreme temperatures and extreme weather conditions, I believe that global warming and climate change is a real thing.
There's no need to be believing. It's the reality. About 2 or 3 months, or maybe earlier times, there had been a drama in OpenAI, which is the company developer of ChatGPT, and lots of AI service. Sam Altman has fired, who is the CEO of OpenAI, and he's been accused with lying to the community. And then he got into company again. It was a drama. I believe it was a drama. I'm not sure why they did that. It was just something. It seems to me they did it because they want to be talked by the people. Or, ChatGPT, there's a ChatGPT, but we developed ChatGPT. It's kind of thing. I'm not sure.
Well, you might be right.
Talking about AIs, the godfather of AI, Geoffrey Hinton, he resigned from Google to speak out about the dangers of AI. He has some concerns about the AI is going to eliminate jobs and create a world where many may not be able to know what's true anymore. Mm-hmm. According to you, which jobs would AI take over from the human's hand?
Maybe designers. Or editors.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that our imagination, people's imagination, endless imagination, would go into the hands of AI? I always thought that AI is copying from the whole internet the designs of the real humans' designs. But in the future, do they design their own designs? Because
they do now.
Because they're just combining the current creators, the works of current creators.
I'm not
it's
sure.
Taking from Pablo Picasso or Van Gogh and combining them, or taking from the all those Pinterest artists, mm-hmm. or any works that was published on the internet.
I mean, I'm not sure if they can be able to design their own designs, but people are going to trust, to my opinion. Because I trust on AI, and I always will. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. So what he says, people is not going to be able to know what is true anymore if you trust it. That's true.
Yeah. Yes, actually. I still, I'm using some AIs to see what are they doing.
Yeah, me as well, because it's mm-hmm. amazing, mm-hmm. especially in the language education.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are lots of aspects, but for me, as an English teacher, mm-hmm. I use it a lot.
So, if we don't talk about Barbie and Oppenheimer, it wouldn't be good for us because it was one of the most popular things in 2023, and I watched them both on the theaters, and I'm not regretted. Did you go to the theaters to watch Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Well, I was planning to go to one of them, but thanks to my friends, I couldn't go to any of them.
What is the fuss about all the Barbie and Oppenheimer thing? Do you think that they are all extraordinary movies to talk about?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. It's not because of popular culture. I know some of the listeners are going to say that, but it's not popular culture. Seeing the Barbie ads, posters, and going to theaters, just staying with those posters, it could be something with popular culture, but I saw Barbie movie like last year. There was a scene when they were on beach, and I was curious about that movie. And then when I went to theaters and when I saw Barbie, it was good. I liked the main idea, but it's not better than Oppenheimer. It's my idea, because Oppenheimer is really great movie. It's by Christopher Nolan, and it has great cast. But I can say some negative ways for this movie. It would be it's so long, first, and the second, in some parts of the movie you can't understand what's happening correctly, But I really liked it, and I thought to going and seeing it for the second time.
Actually, for me, it was a great event. Mm-hmm. Why? Because there's a woman director from Barbie, Greta Gerwig, and on the other side we have Christopher Nolan, mm-hmm. who has always managed to work on big budgets and very popular cast. So when we look at the total, mm-hmm. and the like of the spectators, it seems that Barbie has won this battle, and Greta Gerwig is the winner.
I'm not sure if we can say a winner or a loser because they never wanted to be compared. You know, it's two different movies, two different genres, and two different
Main ideas.
Yeah, two different main ideas, but you know, it was a.
Yeah, I know. But you know, no matter how you reject, it wasn't a battle. People always accepted this, even the movie theaters, as a battle. Barbie versus Oppenheimer.
It's because that they came out in the same day, you know, and it worked for two sides.
Okay.
When we talk about Barbie and Oppenheimer in this industry, the Hollywood actors, the Hollywood stars went on a strike for the low prices on the not famous actors and singers, but they actually had a good result on that. So, but we're happy. I'm actually happy to putting their thoughts and their actions on this.
And before we finish, I also want to mention that this year was also 100th anniversary of Turkish Republic.
Yes, I was so happy in that day, even though I had the news of Math Paris. But it's like a big anniversary. I was really happy and excited.
Yes, me too. I was like studying. I think I had an exam but like I couldn't stop myself. I was singing an anthem.
I remember that I cried in that day because it was so emotional seeing those news. People went to Anıtkabir.
I'm so grateful that Turkish Republic give us such valuable students like you. If there weren't Turkish Republic, probably we wouldn't have the chance.
I'm so happy too. Okay, thank you for listening to us. It was our fifth episode, and I'm really happy doing this with you, Elif Naz. And I also want to thank Alper teacher.
Thank you
for making this happen. And you know, this year hasn't finished yet. Of course, we still have something to be happy, and we'll see great news, and of course in 2024 too. And also, lastly, I want to say we started doing this podcast in 2023, which was great, and we'll keep doing it in 2024 too.
We hope so. I wish every listener a happy 24. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.